Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jimmy Grappone here with the CLT Life and your local realtor at J Park, Carolina Living. Today, I'm talking to Zach Ligon. He is the owner of Community One Insurance and want to help him tell you his story and a little bit about what makes him tick and what he does as an insurance agent. So, Zach, thank you so much for coming on this call with me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, Jimmy, thanks for having me. I appreciate it as well. It's been a great, exciting year at Community One Insurance. So just a little background. I've started Community One Insurance. It's a small family-owned independent insurance agency. I've got about 13 to 14 years in the insurance industry, and just it was my time to kind of step out and do my own thing and start my own company, kind of taking into play the past experience I have with the carriers, just providing good, exceptional quality service and providing that one-stop shop. It was the right step to make, and it's been a wonderful year. We've got some solid carrier appointments. We've got a great system in place. We've got some good staff that we've put in place this past year. So it's a well-oiled machine, and it's running smoothly. February 1st, we're coming up on our first year in our office space, downtown Matthews in Trade Street. We're licensed in North and South Carolina, so we service both states, but our operation physically is in Matthews, North Carolina. But yeah, it's been a great year, and looking forward to moving forward.
Yeah, so you said you've been in insurance for about 14 years. So tell me, how did you get into insurance? How did you pick it as a career?
Yeah, so I'm a rare breed when it comes to insurance. So I actually went to school at Appalachian State University, and they're one of the 3 universities in North Carolina that has an insurance degree. ECU, UNCC, and Appalachian. And I started with a financing and banking degree and ended up double majoring in financing and banking and risk management and insurance. Most people don't have the insurance degree or even know that it exists, but I kind of went from the finance side to the insurance side, and straight out of college within 2 weeks had my first job in insurance in more of a servicing role, which was, it's not exactly where I wanted to start, but it was a great way to start. It helped me learn the products, learn the industry, and kind of learn the bones of the whole industry as a whole. And then developed into more sales roles, which transitioned me into starting my own agency.
Nice. So I guess tell us a little bit about what you specialize in and how your background, your previous experience has led you to opening up your own insurance agency.
Yeah, absolutely. So my big thing and my selling point is just good quality customer service. Because of our appointments with our carriers, we've got a lot of different carriers. If you check out our website, it shows every carriers, their links, their numbers, all the contact information. It's a great website portal to look at it, get some quotes, have contact information.
I was going to say one thing that separates you, I would say, is that you're not necessarily a direct insurance provider. You're, I guess, more like a broker, right? Like you have relationships with these different insurance providers who they're going to get their insurance from. They're going to pay their premium directly to, but you're able to shop for that, and then you're also able to have a one-on-one relationship with your clients and be the liaison, I guess, right?
Cool. So I would say one thing that really sets us apart from others, when you really get down to the basics, there's 3 types of insurance agents. There's a direct, which is like a Geico. You have the ability to get one product. You don't really build too much of a relationship. Then you've got your captive, which is like a State Farm and Allstate. They've got their one product, and you do have the ability to build a relationship. And then we fall in the independent category. So you have the ability to build a relationship with me and with my entire team, but we represent a lot of great insurance companies. So we're always competitive, looking at coverage, quality, and price, because we look at you, Jimmy, your age, you're married, your son, the car you drive, and look at your particulars and go out and find a good fit. And when you're able to do that, good quality service, coverage, and pricing falls behind. Now, what puts us apart from most independent agencies is we really focus on customer service, good quality customer service. We want to know you, Jimmy, not your policy number. So every renewal, you'll be getting calls from us throughout the term. You'll be getting email updates, phone calls, just saying, hey, has anything changed? Do you need anything? Merry Christmas, just a personal touch. And we want to make it personal, and we really want to build that relationship and help family one generation to the next.
So you mentioned family. You mentioned, my family. my wife and I have a son just a little bit over a year old. I know family is really important to you as well. Can you tell us a little bit about your family?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have my wife and I, Leslie, have two little girls, Hollis, which is just turned 4, and Harper, that's going to turn 8 next week. So they're a handful. They're two little smart, little beautiful girls, but they're a mess. They're Harper's in 2nd grade this year, so she's loving that. She loves to read. She actually has her first field trip coming up this year, so she's excited about that. But they kind of do their own thing. They're totally different. Harper is about as reserved and calm as they get, and Hollis, the 4-year-old, is off the walls, wild. They're unique in their own special ways.
So who's more like you and who's more like your wife?
I would say Hollis. When I was a child, I was kind of like Hollis, and Leslie is probably more like Harper. Harper's more like Leslie. How about your son? Is he calm, reserved, bouncing off the walls?
Man, he's running all over the place. So he's 14 months old today.
Nice.
And you know, he's growing fast. He's battling, so he's talking a mile a minute. Not quite sure what he's saying, but he's into everything. Loves to touch and feel very tactile. Loves to touch and feel things. Loves to put stuff in his mouth. So we always have to make sure that, you know, there's nothing on the ground or up too high that he shouldn't get a hold of. But yeah, it's been a real blessing and a real joy. And you know, for anybody who's a parent, you know that there's the frustrating moments and the struggles and the nights when they wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning, which doesn't happen too often, but actually happened a couple nights ago. So
we have these same type conversations with our clients to get to know them and make notes in their account, and just that way we can grow with them a lot. Like 15, 16-year-old teenager, they're going to be a driver soon. Like all these little ticks that we can follow up and help be an advocate and a resource for the clients. Life insurance. I just helped a family the other day. Their son was 6 months old, and we put a life insurance policy on the son, and not necessarily for the death benefit, but mainly to ensure the child's insurability. So you get it now when they're young, and then at 18, that policy transfers over to the child. The face value doubles. And the cool thing about it is they're locked in, and say if they're 30 years old and get married and have a kid and they can't get life insurance because of some underlying condition, now they've got this policy that they're locked into. So we look at those things and give our advice and let the client make the decision on what they need based on their situation.
Well, that's a really cool benefit. That's something that I didn't know about insurance, and that kind of leads me into my next question. I was going to ask, what's something that most people don't know about insurance that they probably should, and that's one thing right there. Can you give us one more?
Yeah. So I mean that's it, and a lot of it right now, market's crazy with COVID and supply and demand, materials, cost of labor. A lot of the insurance companies aren't going to pass those higher costs on to themselves, so they're going to pass it on to you and I, the consumers. So that is where it becomes even more important for us being independent. So if your renewal is coming up and it increases basically because of those factors that really aren't your fault, we remarket it, reshop it, stay competitive. So it's a weird market. There's never been this pandemic type. I've never been through it. Not many people have.
Hopefully we don't go through it again. Hopefully this is one and done for our lifetime, right?
But it's the new normal now. So we deal with it one renewal at a time. We make those phone calls, we service them, and stay in front of it. That's about all you can do. Whatever the market conditions are, we stay in front of it and keep competitive with good carrier placement and just good quality service.
Cool. Well, Zach, there's one more question that I always like to ask. There's one more question I always like to ask everybody that I talk to, and that is, especially small business owners, why is it important to support local small businesses such as yours?
We support the community, so we like to support those that are supporting us. So we do give back. We have 2 local charities that we primarily give to, but a lot of times when I have realtor partners like yourself, if you have a charity and we can kind of co-partner and combine funds to help a good local charity, I'm all about that. The 2 that we work with a lot are Go Gen Go, and it helps families going through cancer financially, just with their bills and everyday financial stresses that come along with that burden. And then Beds for Kids is another charity that we do a lot of work with, and it's a great foundation, and it just provides beds for families in need. A lot of these kids are sleeping on the ground, And then you've come to find out that they don't have a nightstand, they don't have a desk to do their work on, they don't have a light to even see their work. So it kind of went from a mattress to a full bed to a nightstand to a desk to all furniture. It's a pretty cool operation, and we've been involved with them for about a year or so now, and planning to do more as we grow. So I think that makes us a little bit different, just because we truly care about the community that supports us.
Well, it's in your name, right? Community One Insurance.
That is the reason when we were trying to figure out the name, community was the one consistent, because that's what I want our brand to be. I want people to know that we care about the community, that we're a part of the community, and that we support it.
That's awesome. Well, Zach, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to me and tell us a little about your business and about your story. If someone wants to get in touch with you, how can they do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So our website, www.communityoneInsurance.com, is a great way to reach us. It's got all of our contact information there, information about our products. My personal email is zach.ligon, Ligon, at communityoneInsurance.com. And my personal cell, I always give it out. I always have it with me. That's the best way to reach me. And it's 336-250-5794.
Awesome. And are you on social media? Can they follow you on Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah, Instagram and Facebook are probably our heavier social media portals. We're getting better about posting. We work with a local marketing firm that's helping us with some content and some ads. So we're definitely growing our presence in social media. A lot of our business, just kind of going back to what we were saying before, from good products, quality service, works off of referrals, but we are trying to get that outreach and get in front of more people to grow organically as well.
What are the handles for your social media?
At communityoneInsurance.com. Hang on, I have to look that up.
That's all right. I'll look it up and I'll throw it up on the screen for everybody. So
okay.
Thanks
Cool.
again for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. And you, the viewers, thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your day to get to know Zach a little bit better. And if you ever have any insurance needs, feel free to reach out to him. Zach, you're here in the Charlotte area. You said you're licensed in North and South Carolina?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, we are. And thank you for having us. First and foremost, it's great to connect and catch up. And yes, North and South Carolina primarily, but we also handle surrounding states, Virginia, Georgia. So we do have some other markets, but primarily our business is in North and South Carolina.
Cool. All right. So if you're in any of those 4 states, and I'm from Virginia, so I've got a lot of people from there who could possibly see this video as well. Reach out to Zach for an insurance quote and get to know him and see how he can help you out. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you on the next video of the CLT Life. Take care.
Thank you, guys.